and welcome to the Fandom Flux podcast, episode 70? It's 70,
yes.
Right? 70.
Yep. One more than 69.
Sure. Yay. Okay. I am KCW, and with me we have Slicinus.
Hello.
Zero.
Hey everybody, how you doing? I slept through pretty much all of the manga reflux. Yay!
Yay!
In my dream, I missed the podcast too.
Yeah. And Kenshi?
Hi, I'm Kenshi618, and sit-ups are my enemy. Not only because they hurt when you do them in packs of hundreds, but also because they give me a headache. Does anyone else get headaches from sit-ups? I want to know.
Hell no.
Nope. Only if you do them really fast.
You don't get any benefit if you do them really fast, though. So
yeah, so if you do them slow, you're fine.
That's more motion sickness.
And special guest we have this week, thanks to Patreon donation. Yay! We have Huge.
Good job. I had to bribe my way onto this show.
Everyone has to bribe their way onto this show.
Yeah.
We're exclusive.
We're exclusive like that. Yeah.
That was weird.
Alright. Jinx, you owe me a Coke. You can send it through, like, USPS or something.
I will find a way to fill it with something rancid.
Okay. So, as usual, what are we doing? So, what are we doing? Slicer.
All right. Pick the longest one probably first.
Mine's going to be longer, trust me.
All right. One thing I forgot to mention on Black Flag last week was the running kills really remind me of Vegeta going, mine, 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 mine. And it's just something that played in my head every time I did it, and it was perfect.
It's so fun.
Yeah. I also really like that game because it didn't really focus on stealth except for a few missions, and I liked that. My version of stealth was sprint kill everything in the area and then do whatever I need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could usually get about halfway through them before I was spotted, but still, always spotted.
Yeah.
Anyway, that aside,
know how to.
Someone
talk. Slicer talk.
All right.
I thought this
moving
was
on then, I guess. I released 2 stories. Ruse, which was my take on the Naruto ending, which reception was good, and I got a hate mail. I'm so happy.
Yay! What was
it
about?
Quote, go die, unquote.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes! Awesome!
I remember my first hate mail.
I know, right? I'm so happy.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, I see it kind of weird. It's like, people don't generally review or leave any kind of feedback, really, because people are lazy, and it's a hassle or something. Mm. So if I make someone so angry, so pissed off with my very existence, or better yet, something I have created, that they get off their lazy ass and, comment about it, that means something.
Yeah.
I've done something impactful. Yeah. Maybe not good, maybe not bad, impactful.
You touch someone's life.
Yeah.
Probably made their
inappropriately.
Life kind of worse.
Damn it. That got gross really quickly.
Well, it had to. I mean, anyway. Next, I didn't want to release this just by itself, so this is actually what prompted me to finish Ruse, which is halfway done by the time this thing finished. My Dark Souls self-insert, which, oddly enough, received completely positive reception, so I'll be continuing that, I guess. Also, thanks, Johnny Boy. You're the only review I recognize, so thanks. That was nice to see a familiar face.
Woo.
It happened again last week. I was on, episode 10 of Outlaw Star. I went to watch episode 10 of Outlaw Star, and next thing I know, I've downloaded 90 episodes of the Internet Box podcast, and I've watched...
Yay!
Let's see. 33 of them. So, yeah. That's a thing I'll be finishing probably never, because there's a lot of episodes.
There's 123.
Oh, really? Okay. I thought there was 3 pages of 120, so not that bad, I suppose, but still a lot.
Still great, though. I have been plugging that podcast since the very beginning, and someone finally bothered to listen to it.
It's really funny. I mean, a lot of it, all of the episodes are at the very least good, and some of them have had me gasping for air with laughter. But if you're offended by the word retard or people of mental disabilities being shit on, don't listen to it. Don't.
Yeah, the first and second episodes of this podcast had me saying retard surprisingly often, and we had the story about, Ethan using a wheelchair to get out of a fight. So, throwing stones in glass houses and all that stuff,
A bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if anybody remembers Casey's story about his mentally handicapped coworker, one of their members also has a similar situation. It doesn't go away after a single episode. Patricia becomes kind of a running thing.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So that gets a recommendation from me with the caveat, I guess, that you have thick skin about that sort of thing.
Mm.
Yeah.
I need to do more. Yeah.
Last week I had to retake my math compass test, I think it's called, for orientation, or Kirkwood stuff. And that turned out to be like 12 questions, and I bullshitted my way up to 47%. It's a placement test, so it's not like I had to pass or anything, but still, it took all of 10 minutes once I got there.
Yeah.
What was that?
I was about to say, 47% didn't sound great.
Yeah, I have Chrome closed. My connection is not going to get any better, unfortunately.
Here's the thing. When you leave high school, you forget math because you don't have to use it anymore. And
I use it all the time.
Pretty much.
For what?
My job.
What is your job?
Well, yeah, that's your job then.
I'm an accountant.
Well, there you go.
Oh.
That's literally your job. Is to know math.
Congratulations, you have one of the 6 jobs that requires math.
Yeah. So, with that finished, I went to orientation, and considering the process for me is completely backwards to the way they do it, I wound up wasting like 3 hours, because, I don't know, in the last half hour of it, I finally just asked somebody what I was supposed to do, and they're like, oh, you probably shouldn't be here. And so now I am marked as having attended registration, or orientation, or whatever, so I can finally take classes. Yay.
Yay.
Also, because I was supposed to have a guest, or was encouraged to have one, my mom came with, and after I and other students were split off towards, like, what majors we wanted to do, the parents stayed behind, and the shaming began. They had this big, long lecture about how the parents shouldn't be hover parents, and how they needed to back up from the students' lives, and here's where the interesting part came into play and really demonstrates what kind of mother my mom is. She walked up and she was going to ask for me, or said, I had asked in the same time when we left, I asked the question about why I was here. And she decided to do much the same in her speech thing. And she started saying something about, my son needs to do blank. And she couldn't continue because the person interrupted her and said, your student. And my mom's like, what did you just say? Getting this. I'm sure it was epic, the look she gave. She turns people white with fear. It's amazing to see. Anyway, and so apparently she is supposed to be referred to me as the student. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to call her, but we decided on former uterus, or FU for short. Yeah. So that didn't go over real well, and I'm sure chairs would have been used as weapons if I would not have come back when I did. Yeah. My mom is not so much a hover parent as she is a Black Hawk helicopter. And it's not like it's not a bad sort of hovering. I appreciate it, but she did not
like
like...
a support chopter.
Yeah.
So, well, let's put it this way. At least you made an impression.
Yeah, that's a fair
Again.
point. I'm hoping they forget by the time I start classes in summer. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So, last 3 things. I got Kingdom Hearts 2.5 because that came out in December. I did not realize this.
I guess.
It's actually really good. They added a lot of cool things that just fix a lot of the drawbacks, I suppose, or shortcomings of the original. And it's a good game.
The gummy ship fun again?
It was what?
Did they make the gummy ship fun again, like it was in the first game?
I found them fun in 2 as well, so I don't know.
I like building them.
They added more stuff, I believe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's funny you should mention that, actually. I've been doing nothing but gummy missions since we started. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I needed to round out the stuff, because you get orichalcum, or whatever the material is to make stuff with. Anyway, so I've been doing that, and I think I'm doing the game a bit of a disservice, because I'm just skipping the cutscenes, and there are new cutscenes in this one. So, yeah, a bit of a mistake on that part.
Who cares? It's Kingdom Hearts. No one understands the plot anyway.
Pretty much, yeah. It's garbage.
Yeah,
But
trying to write any sort of Kingdom Hearts fic is a pain. It's so hard.
There's a reason
so
the section is full of nothing but high school fics.
Yeah, they can't use a setting. It doesn't work.
I was doing I was doing a crossover with Persona, and I'm just like looking at all this. Okay.
Looking at the flowcharts of the plot and progression and story and
just
characters.
like, okay. I'm gonna ignore this part and that part. Probably not gonna use nothing from this part. There we go. Now it's a story.
That's what you need to do. You only use the main Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and I guess eventually 3, but then you leave a lot of holes, and you just leave everything up to mystery. Also, Organization 13 does not have 13 members because half of them die and recoded, which you would not use. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's been a fun game. Anyway, I don't know if I ever actually mentioned this, but I'm going as Leon Kennedy for the next con I go to, and my RPD jacket got here. It fits, actually. I was really nervous about it, because I had to give my exact measurements.
Woo.
Yeah. I'm sorry I'm boring you. Anyway.
No, sorry. You're not boring me.
It's a bit tighter than I expected, but as long as I don't start, flexing, I should be all right. And even then, it's a surprisingly high-quality jacket. I'll have to, link the creator or something, because there's a lot of other stuff.
I mean, I could still wear my fucking Persona jacket anytime, because it's a fucking great jacket.
Yeah.
Awesome. I had to replace the buttons on it because they were ridiculous-looking gold things, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a Japanese thing or just Persona thing, or Persona 4. But lastly, and probably the most hype, I started reading Ippo. How'd you?
Yay!
I got I don't know what chapter I'm on now because I closed down Chrome, but it's really good. It's like the one thing I've ever found to make me care about fighting, and it's pretty awesome. I definitely recommend it.
Takamura is awesome.
I'm going to have to actually now read that. All right.
Yeah.
So great. What fight are you on?
What's the rival's name?
Miyata.
That's him, Miyata. He just lost against the dude.
Oh, yeah.
Smoke fist dude.
Yeah, the scythe arm thing that he does.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Hitman style, that was it. I forgot what it was.
Yeah. Flicker punches, I think it's called, before they actually learn the style. And don't be intimidated by the fact that it's 900 chapters.
It's over 1,000.
Yeah.
It has been for a while.
Just read it when you can. You'll get through it, or you'll lose interest. One or the other. It's good. Either way.
1,083.
Wow.
I'm not helping with the intimidation thing, am I?
Not really, but like I said, don't pay attention to how much chapters it has. Don't feel you need to finish it. It's, I guess, the same as One Piece, but I don't do that either, so I'm incredibly hypocritical. Yeah. Gonna ignore that, though. Moving on.
I was about to say, if you read Ippo and you haven't even touched One Piece because it's too long and you don't want to catch up, that's kind of weird.
I'm claiming hypocrite. We're moving on. Anyway, my week's over. That's it.
Okay.
Ending on that note.
Well, for the sake of getting rid of the really long ones, then we'll go for mine next. Okay, I mentioned I was going to mention this briefly last week after we were done recording. So apparently the British government is saying political blogs can no longer represent just a single political party. They have to be even and balanced on all of them, regardless of their own affiliations.
Good.
They have to represent all parties equally.
No, that's not good. That's
not good.
really kind of stupid. So
that's everybody made like we can't have our feelings hurt. There we go.
Yeah. So like if you support Labour, which is the working class people's party in theory, then you also have to talk about how great the Conservatives are. Because
you actually have to support the other party? I thought you just had to explain the situation.
You have to say what's good and bad about all of them.
Oh. That's stupid.
So, yeah, it is stupid. So
makes no sense.
This isn't a political blog, but I feel like it would be, in service of my great nation, to give my feelings on all of the wonderful and respectable political institutions that we have in this country. So the Conservatives are a bunch of toffs that are dickheads and shit on the poor and disabled all the time and have cut welfare for the sake of vilifying all of the underprivileged people in the country.
Whoop, whoop.
Labour are middle-class people pretending that they are working class so that they can get the support of all the underprivileged and get into power. Liberal Democrats betrayed everyone that voted for them in the last general election by teaming up with the most shitty party in existence, the Conservatives. Who are the other ones? UKIP, the UK Independent Party. I think that's their actual name.
Are they
bigots.
the racists? Yeah.
Yes, they are. They are the ones that want nothing to do with Europe, want to get out of Europe, the EU. They want to get rid of every single immigrant in the country, pretty much. They're idiots. They have no other viewpoints on any other factor of government other than get rid of all the foreigners.
Wow.
Fun people.
Yeah.
So they're the they took our jobs kind of people.
Basically.
Yeah.
They took our jobs and they're all criminals. They're kind of both at the same time somehow. Whatever. Who else is there? There's the Green Party. We're getting into the no-one parties at this point. Who are really probably fucking insane. And then we have the Scottish National Party, who have been proven to have actually had a good point about the whole England shitting on Scotland for the past while. Strange that the only one I'm actually being reasonable at is the Scottish National Party, but whatever.
If that's how it happens, that's how it happens.
That's the British government in a nutshell for you. So, yay.
Sounds fun.
To be fair, all parliaments are fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys in America have the Republicans and the Democrats, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, we only have two to play with. You have like 8.
We got down here. I think we got 4, but only 2 of them actually have any chance of getting in. We got Liberals, Labour, Greens, and Palmer United, who are nothing. That's just a fat mining magnet.
Everywhere. Everywhere has a Green Party, and they will never get into power.
Actually, our Green Party's doing really well.
Oh.
They're on a massive rise recently since our current PM being an absolute cocktard.
Yeah, we had the same situation with the Lib Dems.
Mm.
As I said, that did not go as planned. Massive upswell of support from the people, and then, fuck you, we want to get into power. So, thanks.
Do they? Do you mean the barrier reef thing? Is that why they're gaining popularity?
No, they're getting more popularity because they're the ones who actually do something. Like our Labour, again, who are pretty much our opposition at the moment, have until very recently done fuck all against our current PM, and it's actually been the Greens who have been doing everything for the last year and a bit. So they've been getting a lot of popularity because through all over Australia, because they've been fighting the Libs all over Oz, and Abbott is the most unpopular person I've ever known.
Yeah, even the Americans are making fun of him.
Everybody's making fun of him. He's appalling.
Yeah, I'm going to post a link as preparation for my next bit that people should watch. Apparently, Space Jam goes with everything.
Well, I was copying that link to put in my alternate browser, so I didn't open all of my Chrome tabs, but now I'm just going to ignore it. And now I don't need
By
to
the way,
ignore
I
it
figured
because
that.
I can hear it through somebody else's headphones.
Just play it. It's fine. Just let it play out loud. It's fine.
The comments are amazing.
Come on, but of course.
Okay, so yeah, everyone should at least check that one out. There's a lot of videos like that just have Space Jam mixed with everything else.
Oh, there's lots for Xenoblade specifically because just it sounds so good. And
There's one for Tetris that is amazing. Surprising, but
yeah, there's one
how it
for
turns out.
yeah. Any song you can imagine has a Slam Jam version of it. Cruise's theme has a Slam Jam version of it.
Charles Barkley.
So good. But next, Cock Entertainment apparently want advertising on one of our Pokemon videos.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what's their name?
Cock Entertainment with Koch, that is.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
That's Kosh, but alright. Let's go with Cock,
Oh.
it's funnier.
Or Koch, but, you could pronounce it anyway. I'm going to choose to pronounce it Cock, just for no particular reason at all.
To be fair, that'll probably get them more more attention.
Yeah, well, whatever. I mean, the reason that they want advertising and they can claim it is because, we're on the road to Viridian City. And,
Do they own that song?
they do, apparently.
Wow.
So, yeah, that got copyright flagged in the start of our second run. But, I didn't get rid of there's a song removal tool on YouTube, so you can just get rid of it and remove the copyright claim. It apparently works really fucking well, because we were talking all over that song, like, the whole way through, and it just completely got rid of it without even doing damage to the audio of our speaking voices.
That's pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive.
It is. It's pretty great. I didn't get rid of the song because it was, it was an important moment that
Right.
needed proper music.
So you're just gonna
It
let
is a
them have
great
that
song.
episode, or?
It's only advertising, and we don't advertise anyway, so
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not really doing anything. I apologize to our audience and stuff, but, it's not my call, and the video's better to have it in, so.
Fair enough.
I started playing Skyrim again.
Oh, God.
Yay!
So there's
Not
this
gay?
mod for
Cool.
Skyrim
Of course there is.
What?
called the Civil War Overhaul.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, it basically adds a bunch of stuff into the Civil War quest line in that game that was taken out and improves it a little bit. It's a little bit broken, in several definitions of the word.
How so?
Okay, I was level 15 when I got to the Siege of Whiterun, which is the first time all this stuff starts kicking in, because it's the first big battle. And, I'm doing pretty okay. I mean, I get hit with one crossbow bolt that takes like 3/4 of my health. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of rough, but I can manage. I can pull out all this. Is that a giant? Do they have giants?
That's not good.
Yeah. So, I got murdered. Quite badly.
Clearly.
Yeah. And the thing is, it does this interesting thing where you can actually lose and not die.
Huh.
So if you die in the middle of a siege or, taking a fort or something like that, then you'll fall to the ground, you'll stay there for about 10 seconds, and then it'll fade to black and decide whether you actually won the battle or not. Whether the soldiers that you have left and the reinforcements that the enemy have, who would win.
Huh.
That's a cool system.
That's interesting.
It would be if it worked.
Ah.
At the very least, on my very heavily modded game, it did not work. I just sat there for, like, minutes on end until I got sick of waiting. Yeah.
Kill me.
pretty much. So I had to find a way to survive through to the end of that battle, which I did. It took a long time and a lot of saves coming, but yeah.
Is there any other way to play?
Not anymore.
Not really, in my experience. And in fairness, I've got a bunch of difficulty mods and stuff on, so that's a thing.
That's probably why you almost died in one hit then. Or did
Yeah.
die in one hit. But, I mean, that's a giant, so that makes sense.
Yeah, giants. So much fun to fight when you can actually fight them. That whole having an army at your back thing kind of helps in that regard.
Yeah. It's like you got a whole army, you know? You don't have to fight everything by yourself.
They have a whole...
You know
They
what?
do, yeah.
We have an army of very weak people.
No, you get strong guys on your side as well. It basically adds classes in, so you get rogue soldiers and you get mages a lot, which is really kind of cool. So I have no idea what this other thing came from mod-wise. I assume it has to be a mod. So I fast traveled to Riften, well, near Riften, to one of the last forts for the Civil War quest line. And weird thing happened. It started raining fire from the sky.
Okay.
Yeah, meteor shower. Now, my first instinct was strange. Is that maybe it's just a weird weather mod? I do have a couple of those on, so that might be it because of Frostfall. So it does interesting things to the weather. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's obviously rare because I've been playing for like 20 hours, but you know, that's a pretty cool thing, and it even damages you a little bit because it's fire. That's cool. Then Alduin showed up.
Alright, that's a problem.
Apropos of nothing, the final boss of the game showed up, and he was literally unkillable.
Do you even have the dragon shout needed to kill him at that point?
No.
Oh. That's an issue.
You wouldn't be close.
This is where you type in the console command to kill anything, and then you kill it.
Yeah, killing the final boss of the game when you're like barely halfway through the quest line for that.
Yeah,
that's
that's fine.
not going to mess anything up ever.
It's
Yeah, I get the
fine.
impression that's one of those fights you're supposed to lose, or at least get away from.
Yeah, I ended up running away and hiding in a cave for like a day. That's how I got away.
How heroic.
It was a pretty cool encounter, though. I mean, it really brings home the whole, this dragon wants to kill you, and could do so at any time. So, I thought that was a really cool addition, even though I think it's a bug. You're actually supposed to fight him off, at least a little bit. But, you know.
With the
It was
difficulty mods, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. According to the mod page that I assume it came from, Deadly Dragons, that's not supposed to happen. You're supposed to be able to at least damage him, which I wasn't. So
Too many mods. Not enough time.
maybe just a few. I do have like 50 on there, so yeah.
What,
okay.
what kind of character are you?
What kind of character? Archer. Stealthy Archer.
I was
as
running close to like 100 when I was really getting into it. You know, before my laptop got wiped and I lost everything.
Next thing. Fuck friendship evolutions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I got.
We
I
even
can't
looked
really talk that much about it, but, you know.
We even looked through for how to get friendship points for friendship evolutions, remember?
Yeah,
I was there.
you did that, and then I looked up how you can tell when it's about right, and, 40 minutes running back and forth down the street. I'm not even kidding.
You wish you were kidding.
Wish I was kidding, but I'm not.
Now, I believe this is after I left.
Just dodge that bullet.
Yeah, so, fuck those, they're terrible. They were a bad idea. Manly guys doing manly things.
Yeah.
The comic that Ken recommended, I think it was last week.
Great.
Yeah,
It's pretty fucking great.
it is.
I love Mr. Fish.
Laserfish, you mean?
The laserfish.
Laserfish.
Oh, when he gets the hyper beam,
Yeah.
and he does all those expressions like,
Yeah.
A Gyarados thinking expression is pretty fucking awesome. Gyarados learned Hyper Beam, and his mouth is glowing while it's all closed and leaking out. It's great. So good. Oh, I love Mr. Fish. Yeah, that's pretty much my week. It's been a good week, all told.
That wasn't too long, really.
Oh, and family health issues caused some minor problems with the Pokemon recording last week. And you'll find out about that when that comes out. It's probably going to be like 2-3 weeks away.
Yeah. How did that all turn out, by the way?
He's okay. He needs to be under care for the next month or so, and he can't drive. Which is a problem, because he drives as a job. So, but yeah, he's fine. Yeah. Thanks, Ken, by the way. I got the dedication. That was very much appreciated.
For my homies.
Yeah. That's pretty much my week. Ken.
All right, updated Less Than Zero. Really liking writing that story, by the way.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Which one is that?
It's the
DC one.
DC one.
Ah, right. Okay, yeah.
Right. In addition to that, let's see. This has nothing to do with anything, but my workplace changed carpet over the weekend while I was there working. And I wound up subconsciously playing The Floor is Lava while I was walking around doing work-related things. I didn't know I didn't notice
like panels or
like what happened was they pulled up the carpet, but they left like little squares for some reason. So I ended up walking on the little squares. I didn't know I was doing it until I didn't know I was doing it until I caught myself taking a way longer step than I should have to get to where I was going for my next step. And I realized I'd walked on every single little tile of carpet in here without touching the bare floor. I didn't know I didn't know if I should have been proud of that or what.
No, you should not have been proud of that.
Ignore it. You should. You totally should.
You should be proud. That is a great game to play.
Nobody saw me.
I will say you should be very proud because nobody saw you and it was still awesome.
Yeah, it was the weekend, so nobody was there and nobody saw me do it. And I was like, oh my god, if somebody saw me doing this, I'd never hear the end of it.
Wait. Do you have, like, security cameras at your work?
Yes.
So somebody probably has seen you.
If they were paying attention to me walking on carpet pieces.
To be fair, it was the weekend. There was nothing else to watch.
That's a good point.
If I was a security guard, I'd watch that.
Fortunately, I will probably never meet the security guards that we have. So that's the thing.
He might come find you and say, hey, it's walking on lava, man.
If I was security, I'd leave you a post-it note.
I'll deal with that, then. You can't really leave me a post-it note because I don't have a desk. So I just use.
You don't have a permanent place of work, or
nope. I just use everyone else's desk when they're not there.
Well, they'll just put it up as a GIF on every computer. You're bound to see it eventually, as is everyone else.
All right. In addition to that moment, a friend of mine gave me his ID and password for Crunchyroll. So I'm going to jump all over this week. Yeah. He's a good guy.
Bumming Netflix and Crunchyroll off other people is so great.
It is. All right. In addition to that, the not-so-nice part. I started the vilest part of my weight-cutting regimen. No sweets. No junk whatsoever. And I must run for a minimum of an hour every other day. And that's just me being nice to myself. It will get worse.
Ugh.
Yes.
So the sub didn't count? How did the sub not count?
Day off. You gotta have
protein. I mean, it's got a lot of bread in it, but still, protein.
Yeah, that was his carbo loading, which he's against.
I don't.
Which you shouldn't be doing.
Because it doesn't work. I googled it. It does not help with abs.
Yeah, I need to get that six-pack. It's coming one day, and when it does, the world will be getting a picture of my six-pack and me and all of my smugness.
I'm tempted to just start trying to get a six-pack.
See if you can beat it.
I can get it done before I can.
I'm going to.
I'm going to fucking lose it. And I'll probably give up at that point. I'm never trying to get one.
Hey, give me like 3 weeks, and I'll be able to just cut mine a little more. So, yeah.
Whatever. Another nice thing. I saw a pink Buick for sale, and I had to go fight my urge to go and inquire as to its cost. It was an urge that I lost the fight to. It's $3,500, by the way. It's like a starter pimp mobile.
Not a terrible price for it, though.
Yeah. I actually had to think about it for a second. Should I get that car?
Yes.
I would
I have
have.
a car already.
I need another one.
I mean, I could actually afford it if I really wanted it. And it's pink. I mean,
How
my
could
God.
you not?
Yeah.
There's no downside to this.
I gotta think about this later. You see, that's when you know you have too much money. When you have to fight with yourself about a pink Buick.
Yeah. Well, not that specifically, but yeah. Chainmail shit. I know that feel, bro. Don't worry about it.
And I've also made an adult decision that I'm probably done for good with Call of Duty.
Yay!
That was fast.
I've made that
Yeah,
decision
I decided
a long
after you
time
get
ago.
after you get past all the bells and whistles of Advanced Warfare, it really sucks.
It's basically the same thing.
It's like Call of Duty's dumbed down their multiplayer so much. It's so basic and bare bones. It's just rinse and repeat. It's not even fun to play after you get past like the boosting shit. It's not even cool anymore.
It's essentially Titanfall.
That was kind of the point.
Yeah.
So I'm
The only
sticking
reason I
with
bought
that.
that,
Go
the only
ahead.
upside to Advanced Warfare was Kevin Spacey. That was it. That was the only reason I bought that game.
He played Kevin Spacey, honestly. That's what he does.
Yeah, so I'm sticking with Battlefield from now on because the multiplayer is a much more enriching experience. I mean, its servers are usually a hot mess, but
Who cares?
whatever. When you get in there, you're in there.
You can fly a jet. That's all that matters.
I can crash a jet. I'm really bad at flying.
Yeah, you will.
Battlefield 3's jet was great, but then Battlefield 4's jet, and I just hated the controls there. Everything just seemed to be wrong.
I can't fly. I practice on a regular basis. I can't fucking fly in that game.
Oh, I can't do it in Battlefield 4. Battlefield 3, it was my favorite. I'd spend an entire match and never leave a jet. That was my thing. But can't do it anymore. 90% of the maps are trying to fly between buildings, which I just can't do.
You can get it. I know you can.
I keep clipping things.
We should work on it together. We could both learn how to fly a jet with precision movements together.
Or you could just focus on being able to jet ram people. Sure, you
No, you can't even do that.
Server,
you can't even do that. No, it's just the way the most of the map's set up. It's just high rises everywhere. You can't get any fucking aim without somebody ducking into a building, and then you've just done nothing.
Yeah, you've done nothing.
Whoa, that was just mean.
I'm done. That's pretty much my week.
You done?
Yep.
Zero?
Alright, so I wrote and uploaded my first chapter of my new Bleach fic. I decided on calling it Softener. I mentioned it like fabric softener. Because bleach. I was going to do detergent, but that's been taken already. And I don't want to feel like an unoriginal scrub.
That isn't a lemon fic. I'm going to be really
original.
disappointed.
So, yeah. I'm already writing the second chapter of it, but it's turning out good so far. Yeah, Keigo's dead. So, oops.
Going well then? Yes?
Yeah. Yeah. He's in Soul Society, and he's in a big scary place without a Zanpakuto because Ichigo apparently got his Zanpakuto because BS stuff in the future, so he has no Zanpakuto starting out. So and big scary people will be like, hey, let's beat this Soul Reaper up, yeah, Shinigami up, yeah. That's gonna be fun. Writing the second chapter is fun. There's gonna be out season it. There has to be out season it based on what I'm focusing on. It's like a necessary, yeah. But I'm gonna try to connect it to Gote 13 when I can, Because because I like them. I like the characters there, and I want to be able to have interactions with them as well. I've already figured out a sort of a plot in place, so that's coming along very nicely. Also, I started watching another anime, Death Parade. It is
sounds vaguely familiar.
That psychological.
It's a psychological anime, and the premise of it, well, that's kind of one of the main points, is the premise of it. It's basically, if the synopsis says it's a death game, between, you end up in this mysterious bar and there's a death game, and like an actual game, like, say, darts or billiards or,
That was a great darts game.
That was a great darts game. And the darts game, yeah. Like the darts game, it's like every part of the darts board,
except
is linked to nerves in your body or in your opponent's body.
Ugh.
Yeah, and it will hurt them a lot. And you can get a double or a triple, depending on how you throw the dart. And the people that go up there, it's a man and his newlywed wife.
Yes.
And it's really well done, and it has by far the most unfitting and fantastic opening I have seen this entire anime season. I'm going to link that, and I hope everybody starts watching this, because like a minute-long opening, it's like the most catchy thing and unfitting. It's great.
What the heck?
But it's really good. I can't stop listening to it.
It's so catchy.
Mm-hmm.
Love the poses.
Yeah. It's got just the right amount of English to like.
So you can kind of understand what's happening.
Yeah.
It's not subbed. It's not subbed. I can't open it, so.
Oh.
But,
Okay. That's a thing. Zero?
Yeah. So it's good. I'm looking forward to seeing more of this. I would say more about it, but that's really spoilers. I can't say more about it without spoiling stuff. So you have to go watch it. Watch the first 2 episodes. If you don't like it, it's probably not your thing, but it's really interesting. So yeah, there was that. My cousin and my uncle came to visit this past weekend, and that was a bit chaotic because I've mentioned before my cousin does have autism. He's like 10 years old right now. Very cute kid. Always hyper though, because my uncle feeds him on a diet of cupcakes for breakfast and candy for lunch. So, super hyperactive. But the good news is that I can be more hyper than him. So there we go. I was playing with him a lot.
Is that good news?
At one point he was trying to wrestle me, and I just had him like trapped in like a scissor hold, and it was great. With like my legs just like And he was like, I'm strong, I can win. I'm like, you lose, I win. And it was just fun playing around with him.
Okay.
So what you're saying is essentially overpowering children is fun.
Sounds like abuse.
Oh, I let him, of course, do some things too, but hey, I let him tucker himself out so he went to bed. That was the main important point here.
That's pretty much worth its weight in gold, honestly.
Yeah. Because really hard to tire him out. And we played Smash Brothers and stuff.
Of course.
I taught him how to play. Overall, it was a fun visit. I'm sad I didn't get to hang out more because I had work. I had to cover for somebody's shift on Friday. And, yeah. Oh, well. So, that's basically pretty much my week. There might be more, but I have a very bad... Oh, yeah, I tried to get D&D in there to do some, like, to play with my friends and everything. That did not work out all weekend. Like, we tried Sunday, and then as soon as I get there, one of my friends is leaving. It was like, hey, I did something for, I'm leaving right now, sorry. I got grounded for a week, just right now. Sorry. Like, and we had to Skype with one friend, we're like, oh, sorry. This whole Skype setup thing's not gonna work. And we ended up Skyping her as well, so we had two people Skyping in. And then the person that had left earlier and Skyped in, she ended up falling asleep. So that ended up falling apart.
Wow.
Was it with camera or?
No, it was with camera. Yeah. And then the next, we tried calling her and her phone was just buzzing. It wouldn't wake her up. The next day, we're like, okay, it's Monday, we can meet, there's no school today for everybody, alright, we can do this. So we meet up, and she has to leave like 4 o'clock, which is basically 2 hours early, and she's like, oh, I have a driving test, I thought it was, oh, I'm sorry. And then we find out that her parents lied so they could get her back early. It was actually 6 instead of 4. So, we really didn't make much progress, so the Baldo Fuerte will have to wait. But, level 4, I'm getting the grappler feat, and that's going to be fun.
It'll be worth it.
Because I'm just going to pin everything. That's basically my strategy.
Anything else, Zero?
That's about it.
Okay. Huge. Let's keep it to the past week, see if you've done anything interesting. Yes?
Last week. It's been rather eventful in the reading, the watching. I have finally had a week where I haven't been doing my second job after my accounting, which has been fucking painful. So I've been trying to catch up on all of my backlog, which is essentially 8 RPGs, 20 pages of novels,
wow, okay.
books. They're fucking pain. Also tried to get back into my writing, because I took a break off last year, and I said, it's like, if I haven't started writing by January, I'm going to punch myself in the nuts and force myself to get doing it. My both my betas and my artist held me to the punching in the nuts, and I've been struggling to walk for the last 3 days, because I got it at a bad angle and just crushed against my pelvis, because they got me on Skype to do it.
Wow.
Your friends suck.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
It's been incredibly painful, but I can't be fucked thinking that it might be something worse, but nah, I think I'll be okay in a few more days. It's been fun.
Yeah, chances are you probably just bruised yourself, but why did you... Okay.
It was like a pledge thing, and then they held me to the pledge, and it hurt. So I think I'm motivated because I have to do it in February if I haven't started writing, and I don't want to repeat.
Yeah.
That's some negative reinforcement there.
It is. It is. It's persuasive. It's very persuasive.
Yeah.
I can't think of many more persuasive things.
Not for a guy anyway.
How about if you start writing, you get a cookie?
I buy my own.
That's the opposite end of the scale.
Positive reinforcement is for scrubs.
Yeah.
I can get
what makes men.
But yeah, so it's been ice packs galore, and then shit going through it, like, because I torrent everything that comes out as soon as it comes out, so I've been creating a massive backlog. I've actually totaled how much stuff I have to watch. If I was to watch everything I've torrented, I've got approximately 230 hours of non-stop watching to catch up on.
All right. Well,
it's going to be a good few years.
I'm pretty sure you gotta just go hide in the hole for a week. You should be fine.
It's going to be a long week.
It just take what is that? 8 days? Arrange it so you can take 10 days off of work and just don't sleep ever.
That's not going to get me
Sleeping
230 hours.
Slicer, people sleep.
This is news to me.
Not with not with enough tea.
I have terrible news for everyone.
Uh-oh.
I just received food.
Great. All right.
No,
Mute that mic.
no.
Okay.
Stop making all the nom-nom noises.
No.
Already ate. I don't give a fuck.
On notice of food, just last week, my friend had a stomach surgery. So I thought, how do I make her feel better? So I went into a store, bought a double meat kebab, rang her up, and just let her listen to me eat it, because she couldn't eat solids and still can't for the next few months.
Wow.
You're a mean person.
I thought that was pretty good.
I'm thinking more and more that punch to the balls was probably earned.
Justified.
Different person though, so that can't be used against me.
Are you gonna do something sweet, get a teddy bear or something and have it have stitches on the belly? But no, you just do a dick. Yeah.
I probably would have done the same thing. I mean, just to make that clear, but that's the greatness of hypocrisy. I can still fault you for it.
That's been my fault. That's been my time.
Okay.
How well is the writing going, by the way? Does it feel forced or wooden or anything, or is it going pretty smooth?
No, definitely a bit forced, because I probably that was a few days ago. I've probably written about 8,000 words so far, and I'm probably going to scrap it all. I just don't like it. I'm not liking what I wrote.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to take elements out of it, add it to my notes, but I've got 40 pages of notes that already, and I'll just be adding to. But,
I have nowhere near as many notes. Nowhere near as many notes as for any of my stories, ever.
I just write through books. I do everything handwritten. It's so much easier. I'll handwrite it, then I'll handwrite it again, but neatly, and then I'll type it.
I know somebody who does that exact thing. And I'm just okay, how can you write the same thing twice? I cannot do that.
Yeah, no.
Self-editing. Because I did a writing thing 2 years ago, and that's pretty much what his thing was. He says to type it, then delete it after you print it, and then type it again, just to edit yourself. I kind of did that, except with handwriting.
I can see that method working, but that's what betas are for.
Hmm?
Yeah. I said I could see that method working, but that's what betas are for.
No, not just for grammar, just for general how everything flows, I guess.
I got you. Okay.
Just tend to a general grammar check, and that's about it. It's more how everything flows and kind of how it sounds, kind of thing.
I guess it makes sense. I mean, if you write it down and then have to read it back to type it again, then you've got to read it back.
Yeah.
Word for word, yeah, focusing on it.
Yeah. It's not like with just proofreading where you just read through it and okay.
Yeah, because then you miss a lot of shit.
Yeah, it can end up fairly glancing as far as it goes. So, I can see the appeal. I would never do it because I don't have the patience. Alright, okay, first topic. We're at 54 minutes. That's pretty cool. First topic is breaking into new categories. So, you have been writing a certain setting for a while. Say, for example, you have been writing, I don't know, let's say Persona for a long time.
Yeah.
Because we always go back to Persona, because...
It's amazing.
That, and we all played it, except for Ken.
Ken actually started playing.
I thought he started.
That just adds a bonus because we can annoy Ken with it. So
I know what you're talking about now, so...
I thought he'd start.
Yeah, he started playing, remember?
you've been writing for a certain setting for a long time, and you think, okay, I'm starting to get a little bit bored with this setting, so I want to try and do something, branch out a little bit, try something new.
Yeah.
So you pick out something else and try to find something else that you want to write in.
Yeah, I'm going to say, firsthand, if you have a fan base that follows one category, you are nowhere near guaranteed that they're going to follow you if you start writing for another category. Which means you have to basically start anew in that category.
Pretty much, yeah.
Most of them will try for like the first chapter or two just to see how it works, but after that you're not going to really guarantee. But I reckon most of them will follow for like just the initial bit to see how you do it if they like you as a writer.
That's how I got into Fate Stay, so yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But essentially...
It's a funny thing, sorry.
Yeah.
It's a funny thing about the follow system, and that you can follow the story or the author. And if people are just following your story, they won't even know if you write something new.
Yeah.
They will be completely oblivious to it. So,
yeah.
In my experience, I found most of them tend to do both, like do follow author as well as follow story, even though it's redundant.
Mm-hmm.
And some people will just favorite and not follow and just be like, okay, there we go.
Do you get alerts if you do a favorite?
No.
They're just on your list, so you can go back to it in your profile.
Oh. I never know. I do it in the system that I follow it until it's completed, and only then will I favorite it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good system, yeah.
So I've never... Yeah, I'm like, because favorite, like, fucking, it clogs up on your profile, so it's like, if you actually want to see, like, actors, if you don't want to clog it up and actually shoot, so people can actually see...
I will rarely favorite things. Like, I will rarely favorite things, but the things I do favorite are awesome.
Yeah.
Like Gurren Jesus level of awesome.
Yeah, okay.
One of my
favorite list is the opposite. It's just a trash pile, honestly. I mean, there's some gems in there, but I favorite things pretty rapidly, so I constantly run into the situation where I like something at first, then a few updates later, it falls to crap.
Yeah. I remember one guy, I was like, hey, I like your story. I got into a nice PM conversation with him, and then he never updated his story ever again.
You should have kept your mouth shut.
Anyways, breaking into new categories. I'm doing this with Bleach, and you essentially, if you've been writing one category for a long time, you want to write for something else, you have to go and immerse yourself in that other category. Yeah. Essentially, doing what you did when you first started writing. And that can be a little bit difficult, because when you go back to writing your other stories, you will have to keep in mind what's over there, separating it out in your mind.
But you have to know what you're talking about, because if you don't, everyone else is going to know in that fan.
And even if everyone else
they're not
just fake.
Not shy about letting you know.
Oh, yeah.
You have to know what you're writing about, and that's why I chose Bleach, because I know Bleach like fairly well already. If I were to say write about One Piece, I could not do that because I skipped 100 chapters at one point, or 100 episodes.
Yeah.
So yeah, we cover Bleach weekly, so I'm still kept up with that.
It's a handy part of that recap. I don't ever forget to read the manga.
Yeah. But, if you're doing something like that, first of all, I would say make sure you know the category well enough to write about it. Because if you don't know enough, people are going to either ignore you or rail you for it, and then next thing you know, you're saying, I don't want to work for this category anyways, and the story dies. Because, why would you want to write for a category that you don't know enough in, and that people are going to, rail you for. So, essentially, if you're choosing to say pick a new category, research it, and make sure you keep writing, because people are not going to start following you all at once. You got to keep writing chapters and putting them out until they get noticed again.
And writing different categories is a good way to give yourself a break from your main. If you're tired of writing.
Oh, it gives such a good break, because writing Persona and just writing the same, Minato. Writing that, it gets really, really, really dull. Like, you get to the point where I want to write something else. I want to have somebody else as the main character. Let's do this. Just getting bored of a character is something it's not good.
I have absolutely never had that happen. The only reason I changed sections is because I read all of the good stories in that section.
Yeah, but like, because I've been writing Persona Fix for essentially 2 years, almost 2 years now. Actually, almost 2 years. 3 in August. I've been writing Persona for that long. It's nice to throw in something else. For me personally. Anybody else got anything else to say?
How do you do it? Because nearly everything you do is from the same fandom.
Yeah.
And then you did Less Than Zero.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. I didn't change my style. I just changed how characters interact.
Yeah. Like, his characters tend to be slightly different enough that you cannot get bored on it. Like, no matter which story you read, or which one you write, I'm guessing.
Yeah, for Less Than Zero, when I usually write that one, I gotta cut out you have to make sure you cut out all the anime-esque interactions that you can get away with when you write for Naruto and One Piece and Bleach and stuff. You can get away with anime interactions and comedy moments and stuff. You can't really get away with that when you're writing for DC. So that's one of the things I had to cut out.
That's a good point. You've got to take the style of the original material into account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're writing a film noir and then you decide, hey, I want to write a upbeat comedy, then it's not going to work the same.
You have to really, yeah.
Style a bit.
And the themes of the stories as well are play an important role. Like, Persona 3, it's got that sort of that dire air about it a lot of the time, and it's got everything, there's some dark stuff in there. And compare that to, say, One Piece, where a lot of it is actually pretty bright and comedy and everything. You can't use the same type of style. I mean, you can, and it can be interesting, but it's better to approach it from a different sort of angle. It works at a much better ratio.
Anything else to say about anyone?
When you're getting into a new series, just try to read a lot of fan fictions of that section. If it's really something you'll be interested in, you're not going to lose interest, and it's only going to help you. You're probably going to be lost with a few of them, but that's what reading it is for, really. Once you have a basic grasp of the series itself, or the mechanics of it, for something like Fate's Day, then maybe you want to browse the wiki for specific details. That's what I do, at least, because I cannot just start out on the wiki and just browse it. It doesn't work for me.
Also, reading the other stuff helps you pick up on the fanon, so you know what is best suited to adopt to fill in some of the blanks that's not in canon.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not a requirement, but it can help, and you definitely get to cherry pick which bits you like and which bits you don't. There's no requirement for you to follow fanon at all.
Oh yeah, no, it's just.
Anything else? Think we're done?
Seems like it. Just bottom line, get a basic grounding before you start things. You're going to make mistakes, obviously. Even if you're the most well-informed person, you're going to make mistakes about the lore or how things work or the characters themselves, but don't be discouraged by it.
Be willing to accept criticism, because everybody will treat you as if you're a new writer in that category, which you are. So, nobody's going to all of a sudden praise you. It's like, oh, you're such a great writer, from this one category. It's going to be like, are you sure you know what you're doing? Everybody's going to be looking for that.
On the contrary, I see when I read a lot of reviews, I see most of them are just blind adulation, even if what I'm reading is absolute shit.
Yeah, but a lot of the time you just end up ignoring those because they're not helpful in the slightest.
Yeah,
they're not impactful. we could say.
For a while, I had one person who would every chapter say "good chapter," and that's it for the review.
Yeah. Thanks for the update was the one that I got.
Yeah.
I asked him why at one point, and he said he just copy-pasted it. Thanks. I appreciate the effort that you went into.
I remember my first review just kept trying to throw out elements going, say, in court. It was always DC elements, and so none of it ever made sense. Like the metagene, and it has no place in my fandom whatsoever. Every chapter was always something new, saying, "How about this? How about this? How about this?" And it's always something from DC.
Yeah.
And my shit's a crossover between Familiar of Zero and Sal.
And what?
And what?
And Sal. Familiar of Zero and Sal is my cross, and he just kept chucking out DC elements. I was like, that has no place here whatsoever.
Hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Next category.
Humans are warriors.
Yay! This is... Oh, gosh.
This has been on the list for months.
Yeah, it's been on there for a long time.
Yeah.
So, this is actually a trope from TV tropes, where in sci-fi and fantasy, you tend to have all the races have their own predefined role in the society. So, to take Mass Effect as the big example, you have the Asari that are all the, diplomatic people. Yeah, they're friendly, they're charming, they get their way through politics a lot of the time. You have the Solarians who are stealthy but very, very intelligent. They don't do direct conflict, they don't do diplomatic stuff, they do espionage, they do science.
Mm.
Then you have the Turians that are military, and they fight, and they fight. Now, Mass Effect is an interesting example, probably, because I want to call out specifically Mass Effect Human Revolution, Deus Ex Mass Effect crossover, because they went into this in an interesting direction, which was they took the races of canon Mass Effect and then basically introduced races that would replace them if they weren't curtailed by the current races. So you have the Asari being replaced by a sort of furry kind of race, basically what they were. You had the Turians being replaced by the humans because humans are warriors. And you had the Asari being replaced by... No, I said the Asari. The Solarians being replaced by... I forget.
Robots?
Nerds!
Yeah. And the idea is every species has a predefined role in a society and in an ecosystem. And the idea a lot of works go with is humans fight a lot of wars. Thus, humans are the warlike race, more than any other.
I guess it's more just because based on our actual history, we get it, we do it all the time. I guess, there is basis behind that. It's just we do it shitload. But we also But I think we get more percent as a jack of all trades type thing in those kind of scenarios.
Yeah. Like this reminds me of. I suggested once to the DM of my D&D thing. I was like, hey, I feel like we should try to go away from this type of race is this type. Why don't we have two characters? Like, say for example, like two characters. Let's make an orc, a rogue, and an alpha fighter, and make them like a team or something. Orc, rogue, and alpha fighter. It's interesting. To see how that dynamic works because orc, he's big, he's bulky, he's really hard to stealth. Given his stuff, but if he could, he's really awesome. An elf fighter, you usually see elves with bows or magic. Why not an elf go out and just hit things with a sword or something?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of elves, you can sometimes see them as fighters, but usually it's with a very graceful style, often dual-wielding, that kind of thing.
Yeah, give him a war axe.
But give him a giant two-handed Zweihander or something.
Yeah.
Fucking claymore.
Give him a warhammer.
Wailing on things with a giant sword. Fucking try something different, is the idea.
Yeah, Make just have a dwarf cleric instead. Why not? You know?
That's not as rare as you're thinking.
It's not. I know it's not as rare, but I wanted to say dwarf mage, and I was like, oh wait, they can't learn magic and those things because screw you.
Some can.
Mm.
I think D&D is okay.
In Dragon Age, it's because they're resistant to magic, so they can't use magic. It wouldn't work.
Actually, in Dragon Age, it's because they can't dream.
Huh. All right.
That's literally it.
I guess I'm not that far yet.
But yeah, try if you have these set up like this race is this, this race is that. It's more interesting when you mix it up. Way infinitely more interesting if you can mix that up and make it like have its own unique twist. Like orc mages, that's cool. I mean, what kind of magic would an orc use? That's what you have to think. It could be really cool.
The kind that goes boom, I assume.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Fire magic, really. Just
yeah.
They're not known for their subtlety, really.
Mm. You see a surprising number of ogre mages in D&D campaigns, actually.
Yeah. In D&D, I saw one post where it was just like 4 halfling bards. We can start a boy band. There we go. Halfling bards are fun because they're short and they like to sing.
Okay. We've seemed to have lost Hugh a little bit.
Hugh!
Yep.
Where are you?
Hugh for Where'd you?
Oh god, that was actually a line from a film, wasn't it?
What film?
Was it? No, I don't think it was. I remember there was a film where a kid basically got separated from his parents, and he got adopted by this rich dude, and this rich dude showed him footage of his family and what they thought of him, and it was like a line that said, "We don't want Hugh." They were pretending that it was, "We don't want
only
you."
just got back in. That is hard.
Yeah.
I literally just dropped out. I dropped out and I come back in. That's pretty much the first thing I hear.
We noticed you dropped out, and then I said, "Where are you?"
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
Yo,
Actually, I think they parodied that film in The Simpsons.
My grandpa's name is Hugh.
It's a good name.
It's a reliable name.
Though, but Hugh is a good name.
I don't. I prefer my own name.
It's a good name.
Fred.
My name is... Yeah.
Fred Burger?
All right. Fred.
What?
Fred Burger. All right. We're getting on topic.
My name is Hugh again.
We had a topic. Humans are warriors. Yeah. Mix things up. Be original with what you can. With what you can. You know, like it's way more interesting to have humans not be warriors, and to have like orcs not be bad, like rage-filled killing machines.
Orcs don't have to be berserkers and barbarians.
Yeah.
Elves don't have to be mages and rogues. Dwarves don't have to be warriors and clerics, I guess is the typical for dwarves, I think.
I mean, dwarven rogues have been done before, too. Like,
well, they're small,
okay.
you know, they can sneak a lot.
All right. How
they
about
can hide in small spaces.
Dwarven bards. There you go.
Oh, dwarves love to sing. They get drunk all the time.
Yeah, no, it's great.
That's the stereotype, so.
That's the ideal role for them.
But actually doing that instead of, like, doing that to fight, to sing, all drunkenly, that would be fun.
Yeah.
You know.
And the fact that, you know, because they're drunk, it ends up in a bar brawl, you know, it's fucking... They're already in a fight, so fuck it, just fucking smash glasses on everything. Great.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
Done. You know, it's way more interesting that way. So consider that if you're doing any sort of fantasy setting, or say Mass Effect, where you have those races that have their own roles. You know, try to see how you can change that, and a good main character would be, say, one character that's different like that in some way, because they're more interesting. Anything else to say?
I'm fine with it on, you know, a global big scale, like
Yeah.
all humans are warriors, that's fine. But on individual scale, yeah, maybe try to change it up a little bit.
Yeah. Stereotypes are fine-ish. There usually is a basis of them, in fact, but not much of one. So, you know, rein it in sometimes.
Yeah. All right. Next topic, I guess.
Next topic is Kickass Soda.
Yeah.
All right, you fuckers, we're gonna settle this.
Pepsi.
Dr. Pepper.
Coke is better than Pepsi. I will stab you.
Pepsi is better. It's sweeter. It's less carbonated, so it doesn't feel gross to drink.
I'm kind of going with you on this. Dr. Pepper is pretty good.
Fuck yes.
If I
You all
choose
could bicker and squaddle or squabble. That's it.
Squaddle?
I'll squaddle all day long. You can't stop me.
We all know who the true winner is. Mountain Dew.
No.
It's okay. It's not amazing.
You see,
Yeah.
when you say that, I feel conflicted because I do like Mountain Dew, but Dr. Pepper just has a rich flavor to it that you can't
It
find.
does. It's very nice.
It's also
Like-
fucking hard to get over here. Like, it's nearly impossible.
I'm so sorry.
Like, if it were between Coke, Pepsi, and Dr. Pepper, I'd choose Dr. Pepper every time. Cause
I'd probably choose Pepsi as my standby, but Dr. Pepper is very nice.
What kind of drink?
I dislike Pepsi. I dislike regular Coke. I like Dr. Pepper no matter what.
I don't dislike Pepsi and Coke, but if like there's any choice and like the other two don't even come into my consideration, it's just I'm just grabbing that sweet can and I'm having it.
See? Okay. I'm not even touching that. I'm not touching that can.
Okay, Slicer, you like Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite kind of Mountain Dew?
Regular kind. Honestly, I've...
Oh, you need the code red.
You want a
No.
fucker?
I do enjoy Code Red because I like cherry, but I don't drink it because I enjoy the flavor. I drink it because it keeps me awake for days on end.
So
That's why.
you don't class your soda by taste, you class it by the amount of caffeine it fills your body with.
Yes.
Slicer, that's exactly the reason why I drink Code Red Mountain Dew, is to keep myself awake.
Ah.
Literally only reason I ever drink that.
So you don't drink Voltage?
Oh, I like that stuff. It's good.
It's pretty rare around here. Honestly, I've barely seen it in the stores.
What's it called?
That's right, I keep forgetting you're from Iowa.
Oh yeah, Voltage. Yeah, I'll drink that as well.
Yeah, we don't have that over here.
America.
How about Livewire?
Never had it.
It's basically Mountain Dew for the same reason. It even tastes pretty much the same, so I class them as the same.
What about
Orange Mountain Dew.
What about Kickstart?
Kickstart
The
doesn't
thing
have
about Australia, we get fuck all down here.
I don't want to die, so I don't drink that.
Kickstart does nothing though. It doesn't do much. It tastes good. It tastes okay for like an energy drink, but it's not really an energy drink. It fails at being that.
It does. It fails pretty hard. Yeah, I have sensitive teeth because I didn't brush my teeth for like 3 months when I was a preteen, and it left them pretty sensitive. So, yeah, I was real lazy. Like every time I would remember to brush my teeth, I was already laying down. So I just I'll do it tomorrow. That tomorrow never happened.
I could probably get like back in previous. I could get like a week without brushing, and I'd always have like a dream where I dreamt that I broke a tooth, and I'd be like, "That's going to happen if I don't brush my teeth right this second."
Yeah, that's what I fear now. So most soda leaves stuff on my teeth or makes them feel weird. So yeah, like Coke and Pepsi both, I cannot stand them. Like my teeth feel dry and grabby for. I can't even describe it.
Yeah, they do that. Casey, you don't like Coke. Would you pick Sierra Mist or Sprite?
I don't know what Sierra Mist is.
It's like Pepsi's version of Sprite.
It's also 7-Up.
I wouldn't drink either. I would just go to store-bought lemonade, just store brand. I don't care. It's lemonade. I don't really like the taste of it anyway.
Aw. What? Well, this is a person who doesn't like tea either.
I should clarify. Lemonade is a different thing in this country.
Person.
What's lemonade there?
Sprite.
Ew, that's not lemonade.
Your definition of lemonade is lemon juice with sugar in it.
That's lemonade.
Yeah.
It's lemon and it aids you on a hot day.
So you probably think Solo is lemonade. By that logic.
Why?
It's just lemons and
Ooh,
sugar.
and what is Solo?
You don't have Solo?
You don't.
No.
I don't have it, so be quiet.
I could have sworn England has Solo.
Never heard of it.
What? Well, it's essentially like a lemon drink. They're very, very lemony. And,
Is it refreshing on a hot day?
Very refreshing, actually. I would actually pick it as, if I've just been like, had a hot run or something like that, it is actually the prime drink for cooling down. Like, as much as I think Dr. Pepper is much better, Solo cools me down a lot better.
That's lemonade plus. There we go. Done.
Listen, Hugh, we don't bring your Australian beverages into this conversation. All right, this is an American conversation.
What do people think of Tizer?
I
don't know what that is.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, this is great. I can screw everyone over by talking about things they have no idea of. Basically, it's red flavor.
All right. Yeah, I can get behind that.
You guys get Tango?
Oh, Tango. I love Tango.
I know UK has.
Apple Tango is the best thing ever.
It's pretty tasty. Does the States have Tango?
We don't, to my knowledge, at least.
You're missing out.
You are, especially because the ads that they had a while ago, they were just amazing.
See, that's the thing. You got to describe some of these because the names can definitely be different, but it's the same product.
Okay, you have Fanta, yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
It's basically that, only probably a bit stronger flavored.
And different types.
Not really. Some of them, yes. And it kind of sticks to your throat as it's going down a little bit.
Huh.
But it's very nice.
Google image it. I'm sure like the logo would be similar to if it's not got its own product over there.
Yeah. I'm going to have to look up some of the ads because they were amazing.
Of course you will.
Do you ever see any of them, Hugh?
Tango over here? Nah. Only when I'm in England do I ever get my hands on a Tango.
Yeah, did you see any of the awesome ads? Like the guy that was taped under a train line?
Yes, but that was a very long time ago.
Yeah, but it was great, though.
Oh, that was before I moved back over here.
Think hard. Think of sodas that are awesome because you guys don't like.
Recently, I've been trying to. My family's been doing this thing where we buy these nice flavored waters, and I'm slowly moving away from soda because it's horrible for my health.
Good.
Pretty much, yeah.
So. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Found it. This is amazing.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So, I'm going to link this in the link dump, and everyone should be watching it right now.
I'm just loading it.
Don't tell me what to do, although I am doing it.
Do it.
Tango apple, taped to ceiling. What the hell?
No, like, what? What?
Just watch it.
What?
So good.
You know when you've been tangoed. No. You kidnapped me, strapped me to a ceiling above a bunch of horrible vat of green soda, and then had me fall basically to a distance which should probably horribly injure me. That's being called, that's tangoed. Okay. Okay. That's fine. What have I missed?
So I apparently defined tangoing yourself as maiming yourself horribly in an effort to get to flavored soda.
What have you missed? You struck to the ceiling. You could have fallen any way. You could have missed the bathtub, or even worse, hit your nuts on the side of the bathtub and fell to your death.
Okay, first of all, you're ignoring the fact that he fell into a bathtub that was probably filled with, let's be honest, like maybe 3 feet of Tango at most.
Yeah, it wasn't enough. There was no way that would be enough. He would be injured.
That's good. Oh, lovely trip down memory lane to one of the best adverts to ever grace British TV. Great.
I don't want to be Tango'd. I don't want to.
It looks painful. It looks painful. Like, are they all like that? Because that seems painful to me.
There was a run of those style of ads, yeah.
They're not all from that's all you need to know.
It's pretty much a Klondike bar ad.
I don't like pain with my refreshing drinks, okay?
There was no pain. Did you see how happy he was?
I'm pretty sure that was shock.
That was that moment of euphoria of, hey, I'm still alive. And then they cut to black before he started screaming out because he broke his arms.
Yeah.
That's bad.
So yeah, Tango is awesome, and they have great advertisements.
Yeah, have another one.
Do I have to watch this one too?
Strange soda trainers.
What?
Okay, yeah, this is weird.
So has anybody changed their opinion on their favorite sodas since we began?
No.
Nah,
Tango's probably up there now.
Tango's nice, but I'm still a Dr. Pepper guy.
Yeah, still going with Mountain Dew. I mean, liquid caffeine and horrible chemicals.
These Tango commercials are... Okay, I thought American advertisements were weird. It turns out they get weirder the farther any direction you go. I would say, like, west, but if you go east, they're even weirder.
Oh, actually.
Because you go to Japan.
I'm going to find, like, state school advert. There's this amazing school advert thing that we had for a while. It's amazing. Hold on. Damn it, where is it?
I don't want to drink anything from Japan.
What?
Yeah, no, there's some pretty weird stuff.
Melon soda is pretty good.
Here, enjoy our Australian public service announcement about staying in school. You will love it. Not to enjoy right now.
I think I might have seen this one before.
I think we're getting bogged down in commercials for just sodas now instead of sodas.
Well, I'm really okay with it. We should probably stop after this one, though.
I was saying to watch it afterwards. I was saying to watch it later. I was just giving it to you for now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just let it
But
load
if
down.
you're already partway through it, may as well finish it.
Yeah. Hey, surfing, yay, and beer, probably. Girls bikinis, how is this a bad thing? I'm not seeing the...
Just wait.
She gets stung by a jellyfish, doesn't she?
That would be very Australian, but no.
Eaten by a shark?
Octopus attacks her in Japan.
What the fuck?
What happened?
Hold on, I haven't seen it yet. Hold on.
What?
Oh, this looks peaceful.
I'm confused.
Oh, they're all students. Oh, they're going out. They're going to the beach. The guy's got guitar. Oh, it's so happy. Oh, there's a map out the window. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna let everyone else catch up with me for that.
Oh.
Oh, they're playing in the sand. They're running with their surfboards. Oh, they're playing in the water. So nice. A shark's gonna eat him or something. This is not good. You in a restricted area. There was a gate. You climbed through the gate. Oh, kissing. Oh, but somebody's gonna be dying. This is not a good situation. Oh, landed.
Oh, I see.
Um,
So that happened.
For the benefit of those who did not watch it, what happened?
So, some kids snuck out of school and then snuck into a restricted beach. And there were landmines in that beach.
It's restricted for a reason.
Stay in school, learn how to read.
Oh, okay, I get it now. Yeah, that was the moral of the story.
Okay, so basically, listen, okay? If you are going to go sneak into some sort of area, read the sign. Okay?
Oh.
If it's an electric fence and you try to sneak through it and you accidentally hit something or graze against something, it's gonna hurt. If there's mines on the other side or explosive testing, it's gonna be bad. If you go there and there's military people on the beach, you're screwed.
Oh,
Not a good idea.
I love that. I enjoyed it.
It's pretty great.
That's how you really nail that the message home.
I wonder if you could get away with showing that on TV here.
No.
There was a lot of gore.
So
It's a comment.
Yep.
What were those two less retards running to? Somebody replied, back to school.
makes sense to me.
It's too
I guess we're done
late
with the
for that.
topic
We
of
have questions.
soda.
Well, they got turned into soda or some kind of chunky liquid.
Oh.
What?
Okay, first question.
Let's do a fruit shake.
Ethan is asking about what we think of Bloodborne and the Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin thing. I don't know what that is. I assume Slicer does.
Yeah. I can explain it if you'd like.
If you like.
Okay, when Dark Souls 1 came out on the computer, it was the Prepare to Die edition. It was pretty much all the DLC, all the patches, all the rebalancing, everything added to just one complete package. And that's pretty much what they're doing with Dark Souls 2, to bring it to the new consoles, I think. That might be why they're doing it. But, so they're adding a bunch of new stuff, they're rebalancing things, but the problem is, for a lot of people, is they're changing something with how the game runs, and so everybody needs to buy it again, essentially. Like, the game is still going to work.
They're
but
graphically updating they're doing a graphical update version for the PS4. I don't know how they're changing how it runs.
I think it's DivX or something like that.
Mm.
I don't honestly know. It's something with the game.
DirectX.
I think that's it. Yeah, they're going from 12 to 13 or something like that.
Oh, so you're saying it's like the Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition, where they re-released the game on PC, but it's technically an entirely different product. So you have to buy it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Okay.
The problem is, one, PC people are essentially going to have to buy the same game again. And two, the old version is not... It's going to stay around, so they're just dividing their player base in half.
Mm.
And it sucks, but, I mean, if they really need to do it, they need to do it. I hope it's not a thing where it's like the computer people playing on the PC could just... They'd be fine. They wouldn't have to buy it again. They just don't want to make it unfair for the console people, which would suck.
I'm tempted to buy Scholar of the First Sin just because it's on PS4, and I have a PS4 that's currently gathering dust. And
That's a great reason to buy it.
It is, yeah.
And it looks great,
Yeah.
and like graphically, it's going to look great, and I want it to look great because currently it looks.
It's all right. It's not
It's all
great,
right.
but my situation is I'm not gonna get it for a long time unless it fixes the faith builds, which they just nerfed to all hell. They're not even viable anymore.
It's not even fun.
Yeah, that was terrible. So yeah, that's how I see it. It's not a great situation, but it's something they probably can't help. I doubt it. Doesn't seem like a greed thing. It's just they're remaking the game, basically. As for Bloodborne, I don't have a PS4, but if I did get one, that game would be the reason I would get it.
That and Persona 5.
Oh, right. Kingdom Hearts 3 as well, but only those two. I'm not super excited about Persona 5 until I know more about it.
Yeah, the 60s style is kind of putting me off a little bit, but, you know, they always have flair in those games, so... We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, Casey doesn't like the pro tag that looks like John Lennon.
Yeah.
You have a problem with John Lennon, huh? Huh?
Well, even the menus look 60s styled, that's what I'm saying. I'm not a fan, but, you know, whatever. Next question. What do we think of the GTA 5 delay? I am not enthused about it.
I'm not enthused about the game in the first place. Ever since it took so long for the heist, which still haven't come out, I just kind of lost interest in it.
I don't care about it, so I'm fine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to afford it anyway, so, yeah.
I did it on previous gen, but as soon, I've just got tired waiting for the heists.
Going on 18 months now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking
ridiculous,
considering they've been coming out imminently since the beginning. It's just kind of lost all faith in the game. Having complete campaign, multiplayer was shit from the get-go, just didn't really go back to it.
Well, from the get-go, it's a bit unfair because it was broken when it first came out, and thus they had to fix it, and then they fixed it, and then it was okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you just watch the Achievement Hunters play anything in it, and you see it's a hell of a lot of fun. So it's as fun as you make it because it's a GTA game, but you're playing with friends. That can be cool as shit, but, you know.
That's precisely it. It's as fun as you make it, yeah. Having a great group of friends to play with is probably the most deciding factor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. On the Xbox, my online community is rather small. I focus more on the PlayStation. That's most of my friends.
PC Master Race.
I don't limit myself. I want everything.
Yeah, PC Master Race. Where's your GTA?
Coming out in March, apparently.
That's what they say this time.
Well, that doesn't really count because it is coming out. Pick a game that has been said and delayed forever. But I can't think of anything like that.
I can't think of any that is still yet to come out that I'm following.
Also, Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires is delayed until next month now, which
yeah, I saw that. I was pre-ordering that, and it was like, everything's... And that, what else got delayed? Dying Light also got delayed. I was not impressed.
Yeah.
I had games I was going to play for next month, but now... Guess I'll stick with Skyrim for a while then, I suppose.
Well, it gives you more time to really explore all the mods you've picked, so that's something.
Yeah, that's true.
Hope you outrun into that dragon you can't kill again.
Apparently it's stuck at Fort Greenwall, so as long as I fast travel somewhere else, I'm fine. I don't know why, it's just whenever I travel there, it shows up with a meteor shower in tow. Fucking thing.
I guess you're the prophesized destroyer of that town, so Fate's like, come on, we gotta get this thing going.
Next question. What evil organization would you like to work for?
Team Rocket.
Oh, that is good.
Wow.
That's the organization called Cruelty to Animals. Why would you pick that one?
Because it's in the Pokemon universe.
Because I get to steal Pokemon.
It's the Pokemon universe. What is not to love about being in that universe?
Yeah.
If you're going to do that, go with, I don't know, Galactic or something.
Team Rocket gets to steal Pokemon, but all they ever end up using are Raticates and Rattatas and Zubats and lame shit.
Yeah, all the shitty ones from phase that can't fight them off.
Because after the end of the first game, it's missing, they're missing management, so you gotta go aim for that. Become the new Dawn. Don Giovanni.
You can't just pick his name.
Well, you can.
Just saying.
It could be like
you get to choose your own name.
It's your pseudonym as soon as you get up top.
Yeah.
You can make it your pseudonym. You don't want the law to know who you are.
It's like if I were to pick a Pokemon team, it would have to be Team Rocket because the other ones start to get really fanatical about their ideals, whereas Team Rocket is just like, yeah, we're like the Mafia basically. We just kidnap Pokemon and whatnot.
They don't need to be very successful with that whole Pokemon thing because they already own everything else.
Yeah,
at least in several
towns. And they have casinos and everything, so you don't necessarily have to go and do anything.
They have all the fun.
Yeah.
You're not down with Team Aqua wanting to turn the whole world into ocean? You're not down with that?
I don't like Kevin Costner.
I can't swim. So that's
You don't want
also an issue.
You don't want it to be Waterworld up in this bitch?
No. Oh, God, no.
Or Team Magma, where it's like, we're just going to make there be land everywhere and kill, like, the human race.
Yeah, there's goddamn volcanoes. No, they want more land for human race.
They want more land for human race, but at the same time, hey, less water, hey, less fishing. Oh, there goes a major industry.
I don't know. I think the way they're planning, the only way it could work is more. It'd be like surface land. They wouldn't really have subs.
It depends on what scale they were going for, but like some of the other ones, like Team Galactic, Team Plasma, they get ridiculous. And there's lots of other evil...
Team Galactic wanted to remake the world in their own image. I think I could get behind that a little bit.
I mean, he said evil organizations, not necessarily Pokemon evil organizations, but the first one that came to my mind that I would love to work for was just Team Rocket.
Yeah.
All right, now...
Like, they're pretty resilient. They don't go away.
Yeah, they stick around.
And you have job security, because if Jesse and James keep their fucking jobs, I mean...
That is true.
Yeah.
That is very true. And look how far they were allowed to go into debt before they had to start paying shit back. They had to fuck up a lot before the guys started going, like, actually, you need to start paying this back. This is getting ridiculous.
I feel like if you're a successful Team Rocket person, you can keep some of the Pokemon that you steal.
Probably. I mean, the admins did.
Yeah.
They got some good Pokemon.
Yeah.
Everyone else was just left with shit.
So if you're good at your job, then you're good.
How racist was Team Galactic? Because that remaking of the world in your own image, wasn't that the Nazi ideal?
I don't think they intended to break space and time to do it.
Well, maybe. They had some weird experiments going on, but yeah.
Yeah.
And then...
In fairness, Team Rocket is led by the only Italian in the game, so...
Fair enough.
I'm part Italian. This is great.
I don't know. As far as evil organizations go, right now, since I'm fresh off of it, I kind of want to work for Pagan Min.
That's a good one. Yeah,
that's not really an evil organization, though. That's just a regular dictatorship.
As long as you're a valuable person, I think you'd be fine in that organization, or dictatorship, whatever.
Until Team Rocket was mentioned, I was thinking Strager.
Yeah, Strager's a nice shout, except for the fact that it's, Team Rocket. Pokemon.
Until Team Rocket was mentioned, I was thinking Strager, but Team Rocket, I can't believe I didn't think of them.
Strager is in the ones that want to end the world.
Also,
the problem...
You can't be in Strega unless you're dying, so, I mean, that's kind of a problem.
I don't know. After I punched myself, I felt like I was dying.
Fair enough.
The main problem with Strega is you have to follow what Akutsuki says. And he makes puns, and you have to deal with puns every single day. Are you willing to accept that?
No.
I am willing to accept puns. I am willing to accept the puns.
You can be part of Strega then. I'll go chill with Team Rocket.
Actually,
no. That's what I was saying. Until you said Rock, I can't believe I didn't think of them, because they were well above. They are easily my top one. That's why I'm just ashamed of myself. I'm
changing my pick to Desperado from Metal Gear Rising. I want to be Desperado.
Yeah, that's a good.
Because not only will they turn me into a cyborg, I'll get theme music.
That's great. I would. The theme music alone is worth it. All right, that's great. Still, Team Rocket. Just being in the Pokemon universe, being like, hey, because I would actually be a Team Rocket person. Like, somebody would be like, hey, I won't give you my Pokemon. Then I punch them in the face. And I say, no, you little kid, I'll take your Pokemon. Yeah, great.
So Zero's evil.
Yeah, I'm totally evil.
Did not know this.
Did you guys know this? I'm totally evil. But no, if I was in an evil organization, I'd be evil. That's just how it is. I'd have to be evil.
I think Team Rocket is definitely high on my list, but I think mine would have to beat the Templars.
Why?
Because they run everything.
Because they're winning.
That's a good point.
But then you have
the assassins kill them on a regular basis, but I mean, okay.
Then you have to be smart and competent and have drive. I mean, fuck.
And
with
respect.
Team Rocket, they don't. With Team Rocket, they don't have any expectations of you.
All right, yeah.
To be fair, Slicer, you have to have respect to be a Templar, and we've covered this.
I am exceedingly lazy, so that's not going to happen.
Okay, so an hour and 45. So we're gonna do recommendations. Who's got a recommendation?
Hold on.
That'd just be Hugh then, I guess.
Whoa, now I feel
kind of got one, I guess.
Okay. Whoever wants to go, go.
I'm still getting them up.
I'll go first, and we can end it on Hugh then.
Okay.
But,
Not special.
so, yeah. Kingdom Hearts 2.5 is $30. Pick it up if you have a PS3. That's it. It's a fun game.
Good shout, Slicer.
It's got nostalgia, and it's been fixed up by a lot of the issues it had. So there you go.
I never played
It's a
Kingdom
fuck pride mode. God damn it. Why did I start on hard mode? This was a bad idea.
I could never get into Kingdom Hearts. I just felt like I was just watching my childhood get raped every time something happened with Disney.
I can understand that.
I just couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Slicer, you started on hard mode because you're a masochist. We've been through this.
Yeah, a little bit. It gets easier once you learn how to fucking block, but until then, no.
I just want to say, Hugh, on the whole thing of your childhood being raped by these characters and everything, it's not rape if they like it.
I don't like it. I'm being raped.
Okay, but these characters, they like the money. I'm sorry, but they do. And that's what happened.
Zero. Just want to stop and clarify something.
I'm joking.
It is absolutely still rape if they like it.
I'm
if
joking.
they said no.
I'm joking. Okay, it's in poor taste, but I felt like I needed to say that. As long as they say no.
Moving swiftly along.
Hugh, please, this fucking. What's your recommendation?
Alive, the Final Evolution. Pretty much, strange virus goes around the world. Nearly everybody who gets it commits suicide in about a week. And it's like, except for a few who become power users, and one of his main character's best friend goes, I don't know, he kind of goes really dickish, and it's like a void power, and just kind of goes, you're gone, kind of thing. And it's quite enjoyable.
This is one of the first manga, correct?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was one of the first ones I read. Loved it. There you go. Enjoy your link.
Yeah.
I don't think we could post this one up because it's a fan sub thing. Maybe?
Yeah, I'll find another one.
All right.
Alright, so I guess that's...
one that I was hosting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that.
So yeah, there's that. I just want to recommend that there's a song that I've heard, and it's really good. It's called Wazer Rifle, which, if you know Fallout New Vegas...
Fuck you, man, McCready.
Wazer Rifle.
And it's one of the greatest songs I think I've heard in a long time.
Actually, if you want to... Have you heard the song, Me, Me, Me?
Yes.
Me.
It was I don't understand it at all.
It's pretty simple, actually. It's just the addiction to anime is what the most people seem to think.
Is that what it was? I couldn't figure it out. I just kept watching it, going, this just makes no fucking sense.
It's balancing your life around anime addiction, rather, supposedly. But that I do I like that song just by itself. I don't even need to watch the
Me
music
Me
video.
Me song.
Yeah.
Me Me.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw the short video for that. Oh my gosh, it's horrible.
Yeah, I know. That's the bit I'm talking about. It's nuts.
The video for that. Oh my gosh, it's super drug induced trippy.
Yep.
I can hear the Wazer Rifle in the background.
Are we done?
I can't find a link for it, but yeah.
I think so.
Alright. I would like to thank everybody for listening to the Fandom Flux Podcast, episode 70. If you'd like to get in contact with us, you can do so through the Blogspot page, through comments, or own personal profiles on fanfiction.no, the YouTube channel through the comments. Please donate on Patreon if you feel so inclined. There is a link to our Patreon account in the description on every episode of the podcast. Once again, I would like to thank
bribery.
Once again, I would like to thank everybody for listening to the Fandom Flux Podcast, episode 70. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm
actually evil.
Bribe them.